Hey beautiful people, thank you so much for joining in for today's video. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and it is the topic of postpartum depression. So if you are experiencing postpartum depression months after having your child, birthing your child, delivering your baby, this video might be for you. The reason why I'm doing this quick chat with you before we move on to the video is because I just want to say to all the mothers out there, whether you are a stay-at-home mother, a working mother, it does not matter, a parent, adopted parent, whatever, it is stressful, and it's 3,000 times stressful right now with the pandemic. You are probably worn thin mentally, emotionally, and physically. Children are a lot. They require a lot of attention, a lot of grooming, and it's a wonderful job to be a mother and take care of your children full time if you can. But what's been really stressful for me, and I can attest to me having conversations with other women and them battling with the same thing, is that now that the opportunities for us to get out and get some fresh air and take the kids to the playground or to the mall or, to their extracurricular activities or things like that, now that all that has been a little bit more difficult, if not unavailable right now, it's been really stressful. And then you have the whole concept of, am I making the right decision when it comes to sending my kids to school, whether it be face-to-face, fully blended, or completely virtual? It's not an easy time right now. And then when you have these conversations of, what's going on with everything in the world, I will not go into details, and you're talking to your spouse and trying to figure out, okay, this pandemic has showed us a lot of things about stability in work, about self-sustainability, about possible, I'm not even going to say it, medical requirements in the future. And how are you going to be able to cope and deal with all of these things when they come? And that's not to mention the stress that is on our husbands. Our husbands are probably super stressed out. They are the main breadwinners for our families. So I can only imagine, but I'm going to leave that conversation for my husband in a separate video. What I'm going to say is this. I'm smiling right now. I look great. I'm happy. I'm fine. I overcame that bout of depression, but let me tell you, for 2 weeks straight, I was really, really, really down. I've had some dark thoughts, felt really bad. I just could not get up out of bed. I did write a blog post that talks about the symptoms of postpartum depression. So if you are a reader, go ahead and click that link below and check it out. If not, I'm going to be making a video about it anyways. I'm happy right now. I'm smiling. You probably couldn't tell that I was really down in the dumps, and I had no clue why I was until I literally just couldn't take it anymore. Now, I also want to say that although feeling low and having some moments where you feel down is completely normal, this is the ebb and flow of life, night and day, winter and summer, hot and cold. We get those highs and lows in life. You are never ever gonna fully be happy all of the time. That's completely natural. What's not okay is when you can't get out of that frump or that slump and it lasts for a week or two. If it lasts longer than a week or two, when you lose interest out of your children or the things that you love to do, or just are constantly crying, your body is sending signals, and we want to be able to pay attention to that. I'm going to give the number for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Now, if you've had suicidal thoughts, you might want to call this phone number. If you don't take care of your mental state, physically you suffer, and then your family suffers too, if that makes any sense. They really do suffer. It's a ripple effect. That's 1-800-273-8255. They are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on holidays. You can call them in the middle of the night. Now, I do want to let you know, when you have those thoughts, those are from the enemy. It is an attack. It is a spiritual attack, but that's a whole different conversation. If you don't feel like you want to call someone, talk to someone on the phone, maybe you're not in the position to because you have the kids or whatever, you can text. So I'll go ahead and leave the text line. It's a crisis text line. I had to go get the baby. He woke up from his nap. He's a little sleepy, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. But I'm going to go ahead and leave you the phone number for the crisis text line. It's just like the suicide hotline. You can text though, and they'll answer, and you'll be talking to someone. And if in case you're just not in the setting or in the mood to talk to someone physically on the phone, and that's 741-741. It's 24/7 support via text. You do not have to be suicidal to call this line. I know a lot of people out there are concerned because they don't have access to a therapist, whether it's because of transportation, maybe they don't have coverage or the amount or finances to be able to allot for a therapist. You know, talking to friends and family members is nice, but sometimes you don't want all your information out there because not everybody is equipped to provide you productive advice. At the end of the day, it's somebody who's going to be able who is trained to talk to you and calm you down and, you know, kind of like bring you to your senses. So even if you're feeling down and you just need someone to talk to, call them. Thank God I have a spouse who is listening to me and there for me. And we talk about that in the video that I'm going to play next. But talk to your spouse as well. Talk to your spouse. Be open with him. Be honest. I know that during the time when we feel kind of low, sometimes our communication comes out completely different from how it should. So maybe we might be yelling or angry or grumpy or just really sad and can't find the words. Our spouses, they don't understand what's really going on unless we tell them. So tell them, let them know. I pray that they can be that support that you need them to be. If you are suffering from any kind of like mental stress, depression, postpartum depression, know that you are not alone and that, you know, you can definitely bounce back through it. Everything is not as bad as it seems, even though it seems like that at the moment. I promise you, this will pass. This shall pass, definitely. Let me go ahead and start the video. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I hope that you like what you see. I invite you to become a friend of mine, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and most importantly, I say share it. Share it with somebody who really needs to hear this message, who really needs to see that someone else is going through what they're going through and needs encouragement. Share it, send it, email, text, send it to somebody that needs to know this information. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin the rest of the video.
Yes, please.
A week or two ago, like, I just got over like a little like mommy frump.
Yeah, you know, I thought it was more like, you know, just a postpartum bump in the road. You know, I know it was a bump in the road because she couldn't really pinpoint exactly why she was sad. You know, she was just moping around for no apparent reason. I mean, we had plenty of food, you know, so she wasn't hangry.
I wasn't hangry.
You know, we were just trying to figure out why, you know, she was feeling that way. And, you know, it's just, you know,
postpartum
it's
blues.
Just stuff that people go through, you know, it's just a down time.
Down moment.
So, you know, I just saw it as my job to try to lift her up from out of there, you know, try to, you know, let the sands fall through my fingertips and hold her joy that is the orb in my hand.
Okay,
you know.
Well, definitely what he's trying to convey is that he was definitely there for me.
Right.
I wish I got some footage of that, you know, but when you're literally like on the floor crying and you don't even know why, but I think you, like, you know, I was just really overwhelmed. It's like you don't just think at that very moment like, oh, let me go grab the camera and set it up. Actually, for a second, he thought about it.
I did. He was like, wow, this is good B-roll. Keep crying.
Yeah, like he was like, this is a good footage for other women to see.
Right.
But
yeah, because it's a candid moment. It's a true candid moment.
It's not
everything is all fireworks and butterflies and peaches and cream. You know, sometimes it's, you know, sourdough bread on the floor for 5 days. You know, molded up. You know, and so, you know, one piece of advice I can give to you guys, you know, if your partner is ever really in a tough spot and they're just really depressed.
You're talking to the husbands, right?
Right. So I'm talking to, you know, all my fellow fellas out there. You know, if your wife is, you know, ever going through a tough time postpartum, you know, the best thing you could do is just, you know, for one, you know, just try to say, what kind of food do you like? What kind of food would you like right now? I can prepare anything for you. What do you need? If she doesn't really have an answer, soup is always good. Chicken noodle soup, or her favorite type of soup. Something to warm up her inside, so she can not only be comforted from your words, but be comforted inside from the soup that she knows that you made. Another thing you can do is, just positive words of affirmation. Positive affirmations. For example, just saying, "Wow, look how blessed you are. Look at all that we have. Look how far we've come. Wow, the children are so beautiful." And I barely had a part in that. That's mainly you. Throw a little joke in there. Rub her back. And again, positive affirmations. I sat down with her and we prayed. We knelt on the floor.
He definitely prayed over me.
We said a very powerful prayer.
He prayed so hard he was sweating.
Yeah. It was a powerful prayer. And
I needed it.
And honestly, after that, I felt
a lot. I felt better.
And but like I said,
better. It took some days.
Cooking her food, supplying her with food, because
what you see on YouTube, what you see online, like people don't show that. If we didn't talk about like that little postpartum breakdown that I had, just literally, I feel like
it was like 3 days ago.
It had to be like
recent.
It was like maybe like 4 days ago. But I was depressed and I didn't know it for 2 weeks. And if I didn't tell you that right now, you wouldn't know. You'd probably just think, oh, they're making a video right now. But the depression rate for stay-at-home moms is very high, and we'll talk about that more. I made a video series in the past about it. If you want to look back, I'll link the video below. What helped me to be able to stop and just do what I enjoyed was that I found that for me to be able to heal from like feeling low was that I realized I was just stressing out about everything. I was stressing about cleaning, cooking, the kids are going to school, it's COVID, and we don't know full-time, should they go face-to-face, should they do blended, should they do full-time virtual, and it's like, well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, my kids should be able to stay at home with me, and they can do virtual, but then it's like you think about their mental health, you know what I'm saying, and that was like a really bad decision, a hard decision to make, and you're constantly questioning yourself, am I making the right decision? So it was a lot going on mentally. What helped me was just to stop everything, call my mom. I called my mom, and she was a stay-at-home mom, so she definitely, was there for me over the phone. And I just I didn't do the dishes, and I just did nothing but laid in bed, put on a good show. I took some time out alone, went and got Mexican food.
Yeah.
I really wanted some tamales, so we got some tamales and then some chicken soup, and then Vladimir cooked for me. And I was really tender, like very emotionally, I was really tender. But I had to take care of myself, and I think what I usually do is have times where I say, okay, I'm taking the day out, I'm gonna go without the kids, or I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna spend time for myself or do something for myself. This time I didn't do that for a while. And because I didn't do that for a while, like my cup overflowed with responsibility and stress, and I cracked a little. And
which is okay.
It's okay. But it's preventative maintenance, and that's something I talk about a lot. Is like you have to have preventative maintenance, and I didn't do that. I'm breastfeeding. I never get a chance with baby. I'm writing a book right now, and I don't even have time to really sit at the computer and edit the videos that I want to edit to get them out to you guys at the rate that I want to. So it's just a lot of stress. But I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful
that I have you to look after. You fill up my time with so much joy, and that's why it's very important to make sure you and your partner are on the same page, on the same wavelength. When your partner falls, which is inevitable. No one's perfect, no one's forever strong. It's important for you to be that extra leg that she can support upon. And vice versa. If I ever have a time where I'm having a difficult time, I'm gonna say, okay, well, what did you need to get done? While you sit here and recollect and reflect. Let me go ahead and prep the dinner. Let me go ahead and do the laundry for you. Let me go ahead and help you edit your videos. It's important to show that support. That not only are you there to support them emotionally, but for everything, you know, that's related to their lives.
So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I think that we've talked for far too long, but of course everything that we talked about we feel someone could benefit from hearing. Thank you so much for joining into today's video. If you already are a friend of mine, I thank you so much for just hanging tough with me. I know my upload schedule is like kind of spotty. I'm just trying to make it through, honestly. But if you are new to my channel, thanks for joining us today. I ask that if you enjoyed what you watched, give my video a thumbs up. It helps me with the it helps me with the algorithm in getting my video across to other women who would benefit from my content. Let's be friends.
That's right, and also, you know, I'm gonna be chiming in just like I did just now, and you know, just giving some fatherly advice, or you know, just husband to husband advice, you know, dad to dad, you know, bro to bro, and just helping her out and just trying to be more present in her endeavors with creating content online. So just look out for that as well. My name is Vlad, actually Vladimir, but people just call me Vlad, and you know, I'll be seeing you guys every now and then. So
subscribe to my channel, let's be friends. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Check out my blog website where I write about being a stay-at-home mom. We are also trying to figure out if we're going to keep this channel as like stay-at-home mom tips and advice, and then do a separate channel for like family vlogs, and then like a separate channel for like dad time, or if it should all be incorporated in one. We're just figuring all of that out. So if you have any recommendations or any ideas for us and what we should do, multiple channels, one channel, what's going on?
Yeah, just let us know that, you know,
comment
pretty
down
much,
below.
you know, if you want her to keep this channel as just a stay-at-home mom, motherly advice tips, or, you know, if you just want it to be a family vlog, still primarily, you know, tips and tricks from a mom, but, you know, just more family oriented as far as everyone being incorporated in the video.
Until next time.
All right,
Teach
see
you
ya.
well.
Have a good one.